My name's Ken, and I'm 52 years old. When you got this much clutter, it's hard to do anything. Hoarding's definitely going to affect everything in your life.
I'm Noemi, I'm 32 years old. I'm Ken's wife. He collects everything. Food, clothes, anything that people think that's trash, he thinks that it's valuable. The stuff that I put in the trash, he'll take it out from the trash and put it back to where it came from.
I have a court date coming up within a couple weeks.
I'm Jim. I'm the city code enforcement officer. His property is filled with trash, litter, and debris. We've had complaints of roaches, mice, vermin coming from the property onto the neighbor's property.
He's a good guy, but he had this huge, huge problem. I don't think going to jail makes it better.
I already know that this is not good for me, it's not good for my family. I really don't want it in my life. I don't want it.
I'm Don, I'm Ken's brother. I think it's absurd that someone like Ken would go to jail. He really never hurt anybody, never did any criminal activity. For them to say that, it's just insane.
We've written plans for Ken. You need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do something else. We gave him a copy of the plan. Nothing got done.
I could figure it out logically what I should do. But then when I go to do it, I just can't. It's like someone else is controlling your hands and your legs.
How can I put my son into that situation? I moved out the end of May 2008. I want my son to have a good relationship with his father. I don't want him growing up and hating his father or not having to do anything with his father, because he's a good father.
I would like Kevin and Noemi to move back in and, us to be a family, essentially. Hoarding is a legitimate disorder. People cannot follow these laws that have this problem. The greatest fear, I guess, is that I just can't comply. If I didn't get cleaned up for whatever reason, then the course that's already been set would be carried out. That would be the worst scenario.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Today, we're obviously going to start on the outside. There's a lot to do on the outside, Ken, as you know. I'm Corey Chalmers, a hoarding remediation expert. You're going to have to make some tough decisions. You have a lot to lose. You have a family, you have a house, and you have some freedom that you could be losing here on Monday.
Right.
Let's prioritize what your projects truly are and what you're really going to work on, and let's get rid of the rest, okay?
Sounds good.
Yeah, okay. Are we ready to go? Yeah. All right, let's go.
I'm thinking probably a lot of good things will be thrown away. Things that are useful should be used, That would make me feel a little better if what I had was being used. Is that a no donate thing too, or what?
This is definitely not a donate item. Who wants a broken one-armed pruner?
I would.
Why? I know you would. All right, exercise weights. Do you have a bar, a weight set?
This is it.
Is that something that you want to use?
Yeah, I would like it.
How many liquid nails and silicones does one man need to do projects around the house? There's 80 of them in your backyard.
I'm trying to trust Corey about, what he's talking about, but I don't know if he's really met somebody that likes to fix stuff like I do. Can my son use this, or is this too...
It's disgusting.
A little hosing off,
Ken's really been dragging his feet today. He's been moving stuff around from pile to pile to pile. He also is keeping a lot of things that are completely useless. They're of no value.
All I can do is just you decide everything, because I don't, you know, I don't.
That's not
I don't know.
therapeutic, though.
So you're gonna stretch out the pain for me this way.
gonna
I'd
be
rather have it
painful
all
for 2
painful
days.
for 5 minutes, you know,
This isn't a 5-minute
10
process.
or an hour.
I'm gonna start telling you what I think is a good decision and a bad decision, and what's gonna keep you out of jail, and what's gonna send you to jail.
Oh.
It all boils down to making Ken make the decision right now instead of putting it off. So I'm gonna become a lot more forceful with him until he starts making the decisions on his own. And this is not a useful broom, correct? Correct. See all these bike racks?
Yeah.
Can we get rid of those?
I want to put them on the bikes.
My name is Dr. Robin Zasio. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, and I specialize in OCD and compulsive hoarding. Classic in compulsive hoarding is a tendency to rationalize why you're going to keep things. And this is a defense mechanism that people use so that they don't have to give up their stuff.
I don't have too many good ones, and this is a good
Listen,
one.
we have to get rid of this stuff. If jail doesn't make Ken realize that he has to do this, I don't think anything will.
Just put these here for now, or just maybe donate, because I think the makes
Okay,
are around.
those would not be donatable, just so that you know,
Well,
because
okay,
they're
then I'll
damaged.
maybe take them back.
Part of what I want to try to impress upon you is that 3-second rule, rather than, you know, look over it and talk about it and that kind of thing. If you can, every 3 seconds, just try to make a decision.
I make really slow decisions your way. Just put it in the maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And then I have to make even slower decisions later, and I won't get it done.
I'm
I know
talking
where I
about a
work.
3-second rule, which is a very quick process. That's not a slow process.
the
3
same thing
seconds
as-
is
Yeah,
very
but
quick.
I can't do it in 3 seconds, I think, you know?
I'm honestly completely frustrated with Ken right now. He's shut down. He's not listening to any of our advice. He wants to go with his own plan, which is move everything into the front yard and then go through it again later.
think, why
We
is
did
this
a
so much?
10 by 10 area, and we're not even done with it, and this is what you have. We have a whole house to do. That's my point. If you want to pass inspection, it's not going to happen.
It's
Let's
easy
do
to do
it
it
his
my
way, and
Easy.
then we, at the end of the day, if we don't accomplish our
If
goals,
it's
then
not-
that's
then it's
going
on
to
him.
be that it's Ken's plan. Okay, let's go. I'm really worried about Ken. He's tuning me out. He's getting angry. He is an incredibly high risk for going back to the state in which we started.
How are we going to work as a team right now?
This is somebody's,
Are we just going to stand here and watch you? Is that your plan? Don just gave a whole plan to the 1-800 Got Junk people. He's changed everything. He's apparently going to run the show.
If we could just cut through all the chatter and just
I know,
do it.
I
Let's
know,
just
that's
stop
Okay,
talking about
Don,
it, you
you're
know?
sabotaging what we're trying to do here, okay? Because we're trying to work through this. And so when you're telling us don't work through it, let's not talk about it, that's sabotaging what Corey and I are trying to do right here.
Well, look, I have 50 years of experience with Ken. Talking doesn't work too much.
We might as well not even be here, because if we don't start to challenge his thinking, then nothing is going to be fixed.
So you're
What
saying
the experts are
it's
saying.
your way or the highway?
If you could have done this process, then you obviously
Over the
wouldn't
last
have
50
needed
years,
this.
Yeah.
it hasn't worked. He has a once-in-a-lifetime chance to do this the right way with therapy from this point on, not starting after. You don't take a bottle from an alcoholic and say you're cured.
You know?
So we have a decision to make.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
do you want to do it your way or do you want to do it our way?
I don't know about you, but I'm worried. We need to get into the kitchen and clean
Right.
that right now.
okay.
Corey is going to execute people in all rooms, starting
Yep.
to organize and that sort of thing. I'd like to ask that nobody change the plan.
The meat's 2 months ago.
2 months expired?
Do you want to pull it back out and put it in your fridge? Go right ahead. I highly recommend against it because I don't know where it's been. It looks
Well,
red.
I do, I know.
Okay,
I know it's good.
okay. And all
Did you
this
guys
food did
already
get
talk
wasted.
about this?
He's not talking about much of anything.
Okay. Is this something that you would have eaten?
No, doctor. You know, I don't eat bad food. I guess that's expired too. These things last forever, virtually.
This is 2008.
Okay. May. God, I should have drank that. Oh, shoot. There's no expiration date on this one.
I can tell you that I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't even consider
Well, there's
touching
no
it.
expiration date on it.
You're right, because it's cooked. If you're asking me, I'm going to say throw away 100% of the
know.
stuff in your refrigerator.
There was really no way to justify what was in that refrigerator. It was green, it was black, it was moldy, it was truly dangerous. We got a lot of honey here.
Is it bad? Are you just going to throw it away?
Well, I wanted to ask you first why there's so much honey. Are you just a big honey eater? Or
Is there a date on there?
January of '09. Do you want this to go or do you want it to stay?
I don't have a choice. It has to go.
You absolutely have a choice.
No, I don't.
Okay, well,
It's either let it go or go to jail.
Pick it up and throw it. Just don't show it to Ken. What is your plan for this?
Just
throw
to cover
away.
it. Cover it so that everything doesn't get dusty.
We
have to cover it.
Dusty.
He's supposed to be here any minute.
How are you, Ken?
How you doing?
Good. I believe from 2 days ago, this property has improved itself approximately 200%.
And I hope from this point on, he's going to realize, you know, what a mess he's had, and he's not going to return to that. I'm not saying he's cured. He has a long way to go, but hopefully today opened his eyes a little bit.
We're due in court Monday. I will talk with the city attorney, and I will probably dismiss this case.
It's much better, and I hope he'll have progress.
I think there's a good chance that Naomi and I can get back together. There's some issues we have to work out, I guess.
I'm Judy, and I'm a former food service worker. My mobile home looks like this. It needs a lot of work. It's filthy, it's cluttered, it's not safe, and then these mice are running all over the house.
I'm Maxine, and I'm a longtime friend and neighbor of Judy's. She has tried several times to capture the mice, but she won't let them be killed. So she has taken recently to feeding them. They're her friends.
I feel sorry for them because I know they're hungry, and I don't want them to die. I am a hoarder, but I am also a germaphobe.
She very much has this feeling of germs everywhere, everybody, everywhere. The fact that she's a germaphobe and that she's continued to live in the situation that she lives in is really very hard to weigh.
I'm Renee, and I'm Judy's caregiver and neighbor. A neighbor of ours introduced us to each other, and we just kind of gelled and ended up becoming friends. And then I went to school to become a caregiver because I felt like Judy needed some help.
She sanitizes things in the sun regularly.
If we have a real hot day, I want to put out things in the sun. In my mind, I feel like they're going to be sanitized. Washing clothes for me is a big job.
She averages washing one load of laundry 8 times in a row before she kind of feels like they're clean. And she always uses bleach, and so it takes the color out of her clothes and everything.
I just do not understand why I am a germaphobe and yet live like I do.
Judy likes to write up lists, And it could be anything from trying to remember to buy a light bulb, to go grocery shopping, pay bills.
Lists are extremely hard to let go. Even if they're 40-some years old, I still want to keep them, thinking someday I'll go through them. But it's not just lists. It's a book, maybe, old catalogs maybe that I haven't looked at, newspapers, or the funnies are in there, or some cute picture of a dog or an animal. Can't let that stuff go until I've gotten through it.
I'm Sherry, and Judy is my mother. My mother is a hoarder, and always has been. When I was growing up as a little girl, I just didn't know how to deal with it. But as I was getting older, I'm like, Mom, what are you doing?
Raising her by myself wasn't easy because she got kind of rebellious around like 10. It's when we kind of started having a lot of trouble.
We just butted heads a lot. And I would try my best to clean up the living room, maybe the dining room, do the dishes, and it would stay that way for a brief period. And it could be a day, and then it would be messy again.
I just told her, I said, I know that would be devastating to you, but it might be the very best thing for you.
I want her to be safe. I want her to be healthy, despite everything that's happened. I still want the best for her.
Good morning, you guys.
Good morning. Good morning.
My name is Corey Chalmers. I'm an extreme cleaner that specializes in biohazard and hoarding. Judy, how you doing today?
I honestly feel like I'm at my execution.
Oh, well, that's not a good start to the day. Listen,
But I'm trying.
you have a lot of
I am
people that are
trying.
here
I know.
to help you, okay? Like your granddaughter who's here for the first time in her life. How do you feel today, Christina?
Nervous to see what it looks like. I don't really know what to expect.
Sorry. Can't breathe. Sorry.
It's all right.
I know this is hard for my grandma because she's not used to people coming in her house.
What are your concerns for today?
Things being taken from me that I don't want to be.
Okay.
People in there going through my stuff.
It is probably going to be hard. So one thing that we might think about is that this might represent your best chance toward really being happy, safe, and healthy.
Judy's obviously really distraught right now about this whole process. She does not seem ready to have people touching her stuff. I think the best thing I can do at this point is to take her in, just one-on-one work with her and learn what her parameters are, what her rules are as far as what she'll let go and what she wants to keep. So what if we talk about these shredded up newspapers on the floor? There's droppings on them, there's urine on them from the rodents. So what prevents you from throwing stuff like this away?
I have to go through it and look through it first.
Tell me what you would expect that might be in something like this that you would have a loss of.
An article that I want to look at, a picture of maybe an animal, a cute picture.
This is from over a year ago.
I know it.
And it's been on your floor.
I know it.
And you haven't read it yet.
Right. It's something that I want to keep until I can look at it.
The problem is the very first thing that I picked up in here, you want to hang on to. And so I'm pretty sure that everything else that I pick up, you're going to have reasons to want to hang on to too, and nothing will change. And we'll leave here with the fear of you dying in this home. The goal right now is to make some decisions on all the things that we put in boxes. So this is where it's going to get a little challenging for you.
Do you want to keep this?
Yes, I do. I can bleach that. I'll keep. Oh, yeah, keep. I know it's icky, but don't throw it away.
Why? It's got mouse poop on it.
I know it. Everything does.
A mouse has pooped on it.
Fine, that one's fine.
Judy has a reason or excuse for everything, and one of the ones she keeps saying is that she's going to clean stuff.
Keep.
Just like she said that laying something out in the sun is going to somehow sanitize it. I'm gonna challenge one of your cleaning processes, okay? So I'm gonna get my ATP monitor, I'm gonna swab the surface of something that she says is cleaned by the sun and prove to her that it's not working. Below 40 on this is clean. 1,158. So is your process working? No. I'm not doing this to embarrass you.
No.
I'm shedding
I
some
haven't
light.
washed it yet with
How about the bowl? Would you clean that?
what's in the bottom.
Mouse.
Yeah, mouse crap.
If we weren't here, would you keep this?
No.
Why haven't you thrown it away yet?
I haven't gotten to it yet.
Okay, and again, that's the issue.
I know
You're
it.
never gonna get to this.
No, I know it.
Right now, you have 25 people standing around to
That's
help you
obviously.
get to it. Do you wanna get to it or not? Can you let go of this stuff to save your life?
Mom, I am scared for your health. I'm gonna have to call somebody to pull you out of there, and I don't want that. Let me take these boxes and get them out of your hair.
Let me see what's in there first.
Just say, dump it. Do it.
No,
Say
I
it.
can't. Some of that means something to me.
What does this mean to you?
It can be washed.
I'm done.
Is that more important than your daughter?
I'm just all kinds of emotions right now. I don't know what to do.
We can't force her to do it.
We're running out of time, and I don't think she understands the gravity of what's at stake.
We're just switching tactics to harm reduction, which is just all about your safety in the home. Just making pathways to your exits and to your important functional items, your kitchen, your bathroom, 3 foot wide. With your walker, I think that's necessary. Okay, there's things that we're not gonna be able to fix today that are gonna make a safe home. That's functioning utilities. I know the toilets haven't been working, so that's something you're gonna have to address, but what we can do is make the pathways. Okay, we'll start the process. But there's a lot to be done there to make those pathways. It's not easy to shuffle that stuff around to open up 3 feet. This is what we're up against. Underneath all those boxes and big things is tons of paper. And I know you have a hang up on paper, and I'm begging and pleading with you to let us remove that so we can get to the door.
There's absolutely no reason why you need any of that.
So if you scoop it up, though, there's some good stuff.
What? That's so important that you
Not that
have-
it's so important. I just want. The film might be from years ago. Oh,
This is trash. This looks like it has been sitting here a good 10 years.
those I can return and get the money for it.
You're
It's a
avoiding.
lot of money.
Look at me.
I can return it
Mom.
and get the money for it.
Nobody's gonna want to buy that. Look at me. This is it. You have got to trust Corey and his guys. You have got.
He's not gonna go through it. I mean,
You
grab
have got
stuff.
to do this. Please.
How far are we? All right, all right.
We just want to deal with the stuff on the floor right there. That's it. Make this sacrifice for your future, please.
Just don't go. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna deal with this. I promise you, just this, okay?
Just kind of go through stuff, please.
I promise
All
you I
right.
will, okay? Let's get you out to the tent, and I promise I will make progress in here that you can trust, okay?
Is Sherry in there?
She's in the house
Wait,
still.
Sherry?
She'll come in a minute. She's just having a
What is it?
moment. We're trying to get to the front door, you guys. That's what our focus needs to be. Our time's up. Now it's time to take Judy and her family into the house to see the little bit of progress we were able to make. Not an ideal ending by any means. We came in here with the best intentions. We tried every trick in the book with her, and yet, devastatingly, we're walking away with her having not much change at all.
There's still a lot of health hazards, safety hazards in the home. As a licensed psychologist, I'm obligated to notify the proper agencies when I see that an older person is in danger, and Judy is most definitely in danger. I'm going to call Adult Protective Services. None of us would feel good if something bad were to happen to you in this house. I think we would all feel a certain sense of responsibility.
It's all going to be a long road ahead, but I'm still going to be here for her. I'll still do whatever I can to support her.
No, thank you.
That seems like it's a lot more important than some newspapers, doesn't it?
I wish I could have done better. I know I disappointed myself and everybody, but I'm very, very grateful for everybody's kindness. That means a lot.
You take good care of yourself, all right?
I'm John, and I'm a retired building maintenance man. Got some things I've hoarded here. This is stuff for maintenance projects, and I guess I just got lately, so I can't get anything done. I think that I must be a hoarder due to the circumstances of my house. I'm overwhelmed. When I look at it now, it makes me feel depressed.
I'm Shelley, and I'm John's oldest daughter. I know my father's a hoarder. When we opened the door, we would just see mountains on both sides of the doorway. The living room was buried, the den was buried, and there was a small path through the hallway to his bedroom.
I'm Erica, and I'm John's middle daughter. My dad is an extreme hoarder. There's a lot of trash everywhere. It's not habitable in any way, shape, or form, and it's scary.
We could hear rats in the house. You could hear scampering around.
Since just before January, I've had a rat infestation, and they've pretty well taken over in here.
I actually looked into the bookshelf straight from the doorway, and I saw a big rodent on the bookshelf.
There's a BB gun back there with a telescopic sight on it. I was gonna start using it on the rats.
He laid on the bed and had a little BB gun by the bed and was shooting at the rats. Basically, it's 30 years of deferred maintenance. And my dad was a maintenance man. It's funny how people don't want to do their own job in their own homes.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name's Corey Chalmers, and I'm an extreme cleaner that specializes in biohazard and hoarding. You ready, John?
Yeah.
All right, let's get over to that courtyard.
This is just bedding.
It's what?
Bedding. Her old pillows, so we can get rid of that.
All right. These fluorescents are obsolete now. They have the LED ones that put out twice as much light.
We have Daniel and Mario both here with their flatbed trailer, and they're getting these cars out of here. Daniel and Mario are pulling the truck out right now, and there's bees coming out everywhere. People are literally running down the street for their lives, getting stung multiple times. We're gonna have to address this and get a beekeeper out here stat.
Yeah.
I'll put this one on your table over there.
Yeah. That's very good food. 40 gallons of milk right there.
You don't need 40 gallons of milk.
Well,
I've never seen this old of food in a house. I really haven't.
okay.
The camper left on the side of the house will definitely stop him from passing on the next inspection. We got to figure out a way to get this out of here. We just finished the last crushing load of this thing. But now, down to the last couple hours, this is our final push. We're doing the heavy-duty cleaning, trying to make as much progress on this place as we can with the little time we have remaining. We are definitely running out of time, but we're going to do as much as we can to get this place as pretty as possible, even though that's a pretty big task. Our goal was not to furnish this house for John to move back into, but give it the minimum furnishings for him or the family to stay there while contractors are working. There's a fridge to put drinks in, there's a place to sit. That's all they need until this place is ready for him to move back home.
Wow.
Wow, does it look like a different house, John?
Yeah. Oh, wow. How did they get that clean?
Oh my gosh, John, you got to look at that. You ever seen this kitchen look like this for a while?
No. I can't believe that tile looks like it. It looks so good. It's like I didn't know it'd ever get that clean again. It looks shiny.
There's hope.
This is the first time I have literally seen a smile on John's face, and it's not coming off. I'm not sure if it's because Janet's here or he's really happy with the house, but this is a new side of him, and I'm loving it.
It's definitely has some hope and things you can do.
This can be handled.
Yeah.
This can be handled.
This can be handled.
It's the best outcome we could ever ask for. More than even expected.
Oh, it's kind of bad.
Oh my gosh. I actually didn't think this room was this big.
This is pretty big.
This is a pretty big room. I think it looks amazing, and I can't even believe they got to that point from the way it looked a week ago.
Overall, like Dr. Zazia said, we couldn't be happier with what we had to work with, the outcome that we have.
I think that John has made a lot of progress in his understanding about his hoarding behaviors, and hopefully that will be sufficient to prevent him from re-hoarding his house again. Combined with the aftercare that we're going to provide and the love and support from his family and Janet, I think the outcome is going to be really good.